welcome back to my own apartment, which I now have with my girlfriend Deed, but she's at work. But we're back with the vloggings, we're back with the stuff. It's a new series, it's a new day, it's a new apartment, it's a new training block, everything is new right now. Except the cats, they are just the same old, very cute cats. So, we're back with the vlog, back with Road to Nationals, and damn have I missed being on the Road to Nationals, and especially this time because right now I'm not in the competition against anyone. I am a first year junior, I weigh like 96, 97 kg, and I'm competing in the 105, so I'm not competing against anyone. Like on the paper, of course, I am competing against the other 105 juniors, which theoretically is like 5 years older and 10 kilos heavier than me, but mentally I'm not competing against those at all, also because my primary competitor is like one of my good friends, Rikin, like my older brother, you know. So like I'm not competing against those, I'm just there to lift, and there's no pressure of me being a last year sub junior and anything like that. I'm just there to lift and have fun and really just progress my own lifts and focus on my own lifts and focus on what I want to do in a competition. So that is much appreciated, and this is how I like to compete. This is how I competed in the beginning when I started competing, and that is actually how I prefer it. I don't necessarily like to go to these big meets where there's like huge things on the line and like trying to set world records and all this kind of stuff. That is cool and all, and that is definitely the end goal, but it's also nice to just be able to compete, to have fun and just lift some heavy ass weights. That's why we're here, you know. So right now we're just gonna have fun with this block. We're just gonna try and get stronger without having any like time limit or something. Like we have a super important competition coming up in like 4 weeks for a completely big meet. No, it's just basically a local meet for me, even though it is nationals. Like I'm just there to have fun and lift some heavy ass weight. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna aim for some nice big PRs, and yeah, should be good. Just focusing on trying to go 9 for 9 with like weights that I've never touched, testing my own limits, doing stuff that I have never done before, instead of focusing on what someone else is doing in the competition. And that generally goes to my mindset, which I kind of want to talk about throughout this journey to nationals right here, that I kind of didn't really get into the sport to compete against other people, but now that is the nature of the sport. But I still don't really care about that, to be honest. I would much rather hit a nice PR for myself, for something that I've never done and something that I care about, compared to beating some random ass dude who I don't even know who is. So that is definitely gonna be a big priority, this training block right here leading into nationals. So as of today, we are 8 weeks out from the competition, and we just started a new block. We have day 1, week 1 today. Not actually day 1, but one of the very first days of the block today right here. So we have high bar squats and bench press 6s, and they are ascending sets, so that's cool. I'm just gonna work up to something chill, not anything like insane or something like that. But we have some changes to the program, some pretty major changes to the accessories of the program, mainly. So instead of my usual dumbbell press and all that kind of stuff, we switched it over to cable flies, which I've actually never done before. And I believe we also may or may not have leg press today. It might be belt squats, I can't remember exactly, but I have one of my belt squats days switched out for leg press, just because I can push that a little bit more to the high RP, get a little bit more hypertrophy stuff that way. So we switched out quite a few accessories, so that is going to be cool to try that out. Today we have the cable chest flyers, which I haven't done in years, like ever since the first time I started training. I haven't done that probably. So that's going to be interesting to do that for sure. And yeah, we're just going to have a good time, get in a good pump and get it jacked. And I actually think that goes to the calorie surplus being so well for my training. Like I have, like no doubt for sure, made more gains the last 12 weeks than I have the last 2 years, like 100% for sure. And I've only gained like 3 kg of body weight, something like that. So calorie surplus is definitely calorie surplusing, for sure. So that is the way to go for me, to just be in a calorie surplus. So it's good that I'm in the bottom of the weight class. I can just, like, if everything goes to plan, I'll be in a calorie surplus for almost a year straight of it, like more than a year straight, closer to 2 years. And then there might be some maintenance levels, and then we're gonna bulk up again, because I'm never not bulking again after noticing how this affects my lifts. So we're just gonna continue to bulk until I weigh like 300 kg. Probably not, but the thing is, the bulk is awesome, and I really enjoy training with this. So we're probably gonna be bulking for a long time. And the most important thing about that is we're getting more muscle mass, and that is why it is super crucial to push the accessories while the lifts are increasing so drastically. The short-term effect of the lifts increasing, like within a couple of weeks, that's just because my recovery is so good right now. But now we are also seeing my recovery being so good because of the calorie increase, combined with the added on muscle mass, which is why we see a strength like going a little bit up in the calorie surplus and then slowing down. It's actually accelerating the gains right now because I have the added recovery, and I'm actually also getting more muscle mass now, and that is also a thing. But the muscle mass thing, that takes a little bit more time, so that's why it's first now that the gains are really accelerating up, and hopefully I can just continue that all the way up until nationals. So at the strength level I'm at right now, I'm already expecting big numbers. And with the way things are going, maybe I'll even increase my strength like significantly in 8 weeks. I wouldn't at this point be surprised. I keep surprising myself recently with this calorie surplus. I also don't think it's normal to respond this well to a calorie surplus. Like, I'll literally put on like 70-80 kilos-ish to my total in 12 weeks from just 3 kg body weight. That is definitely not normal. So that's awesome. So we're gonna take in some pre-workout now, and we got electrolyte powder, of course, regular ass electrolyte powder, and we're actually gonna take a little bit of caffeine for this session right here. You guys probably know I am not that big into caffeine, generally speaking. I don't take much, probably around 200 milligrams a week on average, ish. But I'm gonna try this block here to just try out some smaller doses, more evenly spread out, because if I can get my training quality up just like 2% for each session, in the long run that's gonna add up a lot. So I'm gonna try that, take these 200 milligram caffeine capsules and just like split them up so it's 100 milligrams instead, and just take half a serving of these, like that. And really, I'm gonna try these for a lot of my secondary days, and then maybe I'll even consider doing 200 milligrams for primary days, but probably not here in the beginning weeks of the block, for sure not. So we got the electrolyte powder. I also recently bought like these hydro tab things. I don't think they're that good. They got some electrolytes in them, so that's cool. But I think it's mostly just for like flavor people use them. I just saw that they had some electrolytes in them, and potentially they taste a lot better than the electrolyte powder, is what my thought was. Because regular electrolyte powder, I don't know if you guys have ever tried that, but this tastes like dog shit. It's really bad, because it's just mostly sodium. It's just salt, and salt tastes like crap if you just drink that with water. So would be cool if this can spice up the flavor just a little bit. I'm not gonna use too much water. Usually you would use like half a liter with that or something, but I have drank a lot of water already, so I'm not gonna drink too much of that with this. Otherwise, like the ratio of electrolytes to water also has to be good. Otherwise you can like get some severe cramping, and it will obviously work the opposite way that you want to. The reason we take electrolyte powder is because we are drinking so much water, and we need enough electrolytes to actually use that water good. So if we're not drinking enough water and taking enough electrolytes in a good ratio, it's going to be really bad. So you don't want that. You don't want to take electrolyte powder without water. Don't do that, for sure. And don't want to drink a heck of a lot of water without taking in some salt. The thing is, the body naturally does that. When you drink a lot of water, you will get like cravings for salt, and if you take in a lot of salt, you will get cravings for water. You can think of it that way, but that's why we obviously always drink water with the electrolyte powder, just for the added hydration. And the reason why we don't just eat salt instead of electrolyte powder is because there's also some other electrolytes like potassium and magnesium that also helps you hydrate. So that's just why. Yeah, one more thing I actually completely forgot to mention is I've started taking creatine again. So I am doing that. I haven't been taking creatine for a very, very long time. I actually think last time I took creatine was on the road to Nationals 2022. So 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since I've taken creatine, but I started that when after my last competition, or right before that, so a little bit after European Championships, and I think that has also helped me get the body weight up a little bit and get the strength levels up a little bit. It definitely usually takes my body weight up a little bit. Like I get at least a 500 gram increase, closer to a kilo probably, of body weight when I start taking electrolyte creatine. So that theoretically means that it is working, that I am binding more water via creatine. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Should be good with that. Let's get this down and go in and have a cool session. Alright, little disclaimer. Just want to update you guys. Don't mix electrolyte powder with hydro tabs. It tastes like shit. It tastes even worse. I should have just dry scooped this. This is like 1 out of 10. It's very, very bad. Oh my